Syrian rebel leaders have met for the first time with the United Nations Security Council to talk about the country's two-year civil war. They said they were prepared to take part in peace talks if the Assad regime agreed to a political transition, and they appealed to the Russians to end their supply of arms.
For the first time since the Syrian conflict started, opposition leaders came to brief the ambassadors of the UN Security Council. They didn't meet in the grand surroundings of their normal chamber. Instead, they convened in a small conference room away from the cameras. Russia is believed to have had some considerable reservations about this meeting, but its ambassador did attend. As ever, there was tension. Some said the Geneva Agreement, already signed last year, meant it was already agreed that Assad had to step down.
Full executive powers has to be transferred with the to the government, the transition government. Second, it means that Assad has no power left. Since all the powers have been transferred to a government, it means that Assad has no power left. You know, it's not very complicated.
This is an extremely complex political crisis. There is still an effort which I saw from leaders of the national coalition and also, unfortunately, some members of the Security Council, to complicate matters by starting interpreting various provisions of the Geneva Communiqué in advance.
Later, the opposition's president gave a news conference answering questions about the meeting and the situation inside Syria. There is a perception that the tide has turned and Assad is slowly winning.
After Bashar al-Assad involving the Revolutionary Guards and Hezbollah, now the game is changed after these elements joined the Syrian side.
This meeting was a first, but did it actually achieve anything? Diplomats say the possibility that peace talks will ever take place in Geneva is still far from certain, but just perhaps, they tell me, it is now a little bit more likely.